more often than not, is harder. So that's where I start from. But then the conversation is bigger than that when it comes to owning your space, right? The conversation then becomes about relevance, and that's where impact, and that's how I was going to impact, seals the deal. Okay, so there's a spot for a leadership role. We are looking for a leader, right? Perhaps we've done equality or we've done equity, and the man and the woman have had the same opportunities. They've all gone to school, they've all earned a degree, had the same opportunities for internship, and fought to fail for leadership. Now, my decision to go for the woman or the man, personally, would have to do with impact. In filling this space, who is going to be more relevant for me, for my business, and for the bottom, how do you call it? Bottom line, right? And that is why, woman, own your space is such a powerful thing to say, because oftentimes, because of some very peculiarities of womanhood, femininity, and all of that, we have had to acquire some extra skills and attributes along the way that are very helpful in leadership. Let me give a practical example. In all of our setup, the people are hiring, who do they look to? The woman, right? The minute we think welfare, who do we think about? The woman, right? When somebody is sick and we want to think of who to nurture a child, immediately we think about the woman. And so the woman then becomes the champion of welfare. You can have a man in a space, but nobody will bother him with in our minds, the small things, like taking care of people, like nurturing, things like that. But for any leadership position, I dare say, the most important quality you need is what? Welfare. Empathy for the people that you work with. Feeling for people. And so if you ask me, when it comes to leadership, if women boldly, if we boldly own our spaces, we would make the most impact. Who agrees with me? Let me give a practical example. So I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who, heads an establishment. And he was telling me about their WhatsApp group and how somebody had posted in the WhatsApp group that he was tired of lying and he wants to end it all, right? And how instantly the conversation moved to, what do you want you? Hey, give me some cake to eat. And things like that, right? Now, flip it around. Let's make it a female WhatsApp group. What do you think the conversation would have been? Huh? Sorry? Right? Naturally. Hugs. Virtual hugs. We are here for you. Right? And we often look at it as the small things, but in any establishment, they actually are big things. Let me use Pan-African TV as a practical example for you. That's where I work. That's where I know. Where I work at Pan-African TV, we are a family. We are a family. It's not your everyday corporate establishment. No. We sleep there. We sleep there. We eat there. We live there. I promise you. And the relationship is very fluid. And if you ask me, because I've worked in other corporate institutions before, I've worked in Zenith Bank, I've worked in Commercial Bank. Output is completely different. Output is completely different. Is anyone with me on this conversation? I'm having this conversation because I'm in GIG, and I know that you guys are, so you can roll with me, we can have this conversation. I hope I have not, you are having a conversation, right? Yes. Okay, good. So, I started working with Pan-African TV as a volunteer. Let me explain that. So, I quit Zenith Bank. I'd gone back to the UK, I'd gone to school, I'd come back. I was making a decision. Should I go back to the bank? Should I not? I started my own something on the side, an AP concept. And then, the old man, and by the old man, I mean my father, started Pan-African TV. And it's something that I'd always, I like to talk, I'm a talker, right? Okay. So I said, well, this is something that I can do, TV, host a show, something like that. Okay. So we can do this on the side. I can do my regular 9 to 5 like a job and give this some time. Now, it's very experimental because the old man is thinking of a Pan-African TV station that is sort of steeped in socialism, the idea of Africanism. It's not commercial. So it's not your average TV station. I hope you guys are with me. So it's adventurism, right? It's not a profitable venture. It's not something that you go in and think, oh, I'm going to work at this TV station, I'm going to make money. No, you can't even think about channels they're looking for it, right? Because they want to do socialism and Pan-Africanism, right? So I said, I do love this. Let's see where this goes. That's why I come in as a volunteer. Mind you, he did not want me there. No, he didn't. Right? So I go in there and start working, In the first year, I look at it, I'm like, no, I really like this, I can really do this. And so, start working in commercial, right? So I became the commercial head. I don't know, is that what we called it back then? Head of commercial or something. That's how I started, Our general manager actually was Selma. She used to be at GBC Selma Valcourt. Do you remember? You will remember that too, right? Okay, so she used to read the news at GBC back in the day. Right. So over time, she left the space, right? And I sort of naturally took in the role of the leader of the space. It was a natural progression, right? And so, doing the sets, and when I say doing the sets, I mean doing the sets, like actually designing the sets myself, getting somebody to come in and do it, insisting, let's start a program at this point. And I tell you, it was tough. Because there were lots of clashes, I'm new school, like I'm coming in with energy. Like, let's move. We have a 24-hour TV station. Let's go. Let's do live shows immediately. Let's start. Now the conversation from the older people are, calm down. Like, why are you actually? Take your time, right? So a lot of clashes, we clashed a lot, all that back and forth. I perhaps was general manager of Pan-African TV a year before the fact was accepted. I'm telling you something, I'm building a story to a point. Perhaps I was acting general secretary maybe for a year before it was formalized. My becoming Pan-African TV's general manager is not a role that I applied for or got. It's a role that I just stepped into. Does that make sense to anybody here? There was a vacuum. And I didn't plan on filling the vacuum. I was just filling the vacuum. If truth is to be told, even when the general manager was there, I was already playing the role. Is anybody here with me in this room? Right? So over time, when there was need for sort of leadership, who is the leader here? It was me by default, right? And such a time when I decided that, wait a minute. This is a role that I'm playing anyway, right? So I then went and had a conversation. Can we formalize this? Are you guys listening to me? I went and had a conversation like, okay, so let's talk, right? I've been playing this role. I'm here from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day. I'm building sets. I'm chasing people, what's up, right? And it's a conversation that, so two things I'm saying to you as women in the fact of owning the space. One is in the doing. Are you listening? It's in the doing. Do, work, do, right? But two is also in the what? Having the conversation and demanding what is due. Because oftentimes, and I can promise you that this is exactly what would have happened. I could have been in that room, playing that position, doing everything, and I would have sat there and watched for the position to be advertised. And somebody would have come from outside and would have occupied that position, and I would still have been doing that work. And somebody would have been the general manager. Are you guys listening to me? And oftentimes that is what happens to women. Oftentimes that's what happens to women. That's exactly what happens to women. Because somehow we think that the contributions that we play or the things that we do are natural. It's a given. It's not. And having the conversation sometimes is very tough, especially with my peculiarity, right? In my instance, it's not work. It's work and family. It's a tricky balance. If you don't navigate it too well, it can tip over. And the consequences can be dire. But, woman, own your space. Own your space. Accept, first of all, the realities that they are. Know yourself. Do, please, do. Because nothing will come to you on any platter. Silver, gold, bronze, no platter. Nothing. Do the hard work. Because you see, that doing the hard work also comes with some benefits. That's where you build your confidence. Right? So assuming that I had been sleeping somewhere, who doesn't know what she's about, and a TV station was set up for you and they come. Do you think that I would have look at somebody like Ivan sitting there. You have no idea how hard it's tough it is to work with these people. Do you think that I would have even basic confidence to deal with my team and deal with the people that I can deal with? No. You can't. The confidence and the conviction to get things done is in you doing, building yourself, building your know-how, every department, learning, knowing. So how is this done? Okay, right? Because the greatest asset a leader can have is in the respect of your teammates. And you think that people respect somebody that's just been uprooted from somewhere and put on them? Do you think that anybody has any kind of respect for you? I was at an event last week. The lady spoke about it. And the biggest thing I took away from that event, she said, in any network, work. That was the biggest thing I took from that event. I said that as like, wow. Because it makes so much sense, doesn't it? Our understanding of a network is that I know Khadija and Khadija makes me. Or I know Bubi, and when she sees me, she knows my name. That's not a network. That's just knowing the Bubi's name, and the Bubi knowing your name. And I give this example all the time. I'm not sure I've given it here before, but I would. When my friend, Petra asked someone, launched her book, and invited me, and on that rainy evening, Friday evening, I drove to that event, and in that auditorium, I saw seated everybody who is somebody in Ghana. Pastor Benson, Charlotte Osei, and who mentioned the name. nobody was there. And I called Petra and said, I asked her, I said, Petra, how did you get all these people into this room? And Petra told me, Emma, you have no idea the number of years I have worked for all these people, all officially. I think it means me. So it's her network, because most of them know her. But beyond the fact of knowing and knowing, the fact that she's been what? Working. She's worked so hard that it's gotten to the point where she asks them for something, they cannot say no to her. That's what I mean by you reap where you have sown. Because if you haven't sown, then you can't go there and reap. You can't. I hope you are listening to me. So it's just years of working that you can. So here's what that it's currency, isn't it? It's money in the bank. It's not physical cash, but it's money that you can go back to, pick up and use for whatever you want to use it for. Now, I think it was in KNUST of ASMA 21 when Nashiko made an example. She said they were filming a scene in a movie. But maybe I'm twisting the facts around, but something about her being in a room, like a board with other people, and the question was asked her if she was ready to do a presentation or something, and she said no, she wasn't ready to do a presentation because she thought that what she had on paper was not enough, right? She had done something, but she just felt that what she had wasn't enough, so she said no, she wasn't ready. Now, a male colleague of hers just said he's ready, right? He's ready to do a presentation, and got up and started talking rubbish, right? So she sort of looks at his computer and realizes that the only thing he has written down is a topic. Do you understand? Meanwhile, let's assume that it's coursework in school. Will Nashoko get any marks? Will he get any marks?
Yes.
Yes. What's the difference? Confidence. That's all. And it's something that men have that we women are still struggling with. I don't even understand why. The man would enter the space, like he would enter that space with some false sense of swag, not having done anything. The woman would do the job. She's done it. And yet she would enter the space like, where's the door nearest? The chair nearest to the door. Where can I sit so that I can exit? And confidence oftentimes is everything. That's all you need. That's it. But it doesn't come easy, does it? It comes from doing. It comes from doing. Because it is the doing that gives you that confidence. So basic, at a very basic level, in a classroom, who knows the answer to the teacher will ask, right? Who knows the answer to this question? As ladies, oftentimes you know they don't have good presentation. Probably some presentation they have. Get up and because of the complete absence of practice. So all I'm saying to you this afternoon is to what? Do. Do. The great ideas in your head, do. When there's an opportunity, take it. Do. What's the worst that can happen? Right? You can fail. And we move. Let's really move. In life, right? In life, in determining where we are going, in determining what we want to do with us. The problem is the motivation. want to get into journalism. Now, why? Why do we want to get into journalism? Some want to do it for the fame, right? Some want to do it for the money. Let me tell you from the bottom of my heart that the money, right? It's top journalists in Ghana. I don't know about other places. I promise you, you can make it. Why? People have made it. You can, absolutely. But it's long suffering, right? Our reward is in heaven. It's long suffering. We get there. So let me take a minute to talk about this Bible. So here's what you use the opportunities it presents, and that's what happens in the States, right? People sort of do journalism, get their faces out there, get their names out there, leverage on that to do other things that can bring money to supplement, and then continue with a passion, which is the journalism, right? Because people business with you if they think they know you. People are more prone to be accepted. If you have an advantage over somebody that you don't know, somebody whose name you've never heard before. So that's a plus, that's a big bonus for the profession. But in terms of actual cash, it takes a while. Because think about all the journalism schools there are in Ghana. Think about all the graduates that are coming out every year. Think about the spaces that are available, how those spaces are doing. Presently, is there advertising in the space? Not really, because the people that have the advertising part. So if you're lucky and you get pulled into those spaces, then forgive me, I'm a straight shooter, right? So please have that at the back of your mind. But for me, personally, I don't know about you, the reason why I do anything, it's not money. It's not money. I think that money becomes an icing on a cake. It's welcome, right? But it's not the main thing. Because if it becomes the main thing, oftentimes we lose the value of what it is that we are doing. So let me give a practical example. Who can I use? Who? Who can I use? Let me use Kukuba. Right? Because presently in Ghana today, when we speak about legendary journalists, definitely Kukuba will come in. Now, do you think that Kukuba went into journalism for money? Very unlikely. Very unlikely. He went into it for impact, right? In the times, he felt that Ghana was in a space that needed people that could speak, open their mouths and speak and write the truth and speak truth to power and all these things. And he threw himself at it. Went into journalism, getting thrown into prison, all of these things. Today, is the money he wants. If it's money, he's had it. But why do you think the money would come? It would come from the relevance. Because of him following his passion and doing the right thing, he stands out from the crowd. So if you're looking for 10 journalists in Ghana, you would. So if there's an opportunity for journalists, automatically he will make it. Am I making sense? Right? But if you go in because you want to make some money, you become like everybody else. There's no difference between you and the thousands of other people that have graduated from journalism school. So I say that on our journey, right, in life, this journey that we are all on in life, what should be driving us is impact. The impact that you will make. And I say this every year, writing in the sands of time, on the walls of time, I was here, sir. But you made an impact. Right? And once you are doing that, working consistently, pouring your heart into what you're doing, giving it your all, being passionate, being consistent with what you're doing, for the money and the fame and all those things, take it from me. It will come. I'm on a page, is it the Alliance for Women in Media? I'm a silent page maker. Forgive me, Shamima, wherever you are. Right? But I think 2 weeks ago or so, they put Portia Gavin, they put up her profile. They do that every now and then. You pick somebody, they put the person's profile and all of that. So they put up her profile in the page. And they were discussing her achievements in the media and, some of the things she has done. And I was just reading and smiling, right? Because through her journalism, the impact, the social impact, you can touch it. And it's human beings. Her journalism has impacted lives. Do you understand? I mean, if that doesn't inspire, I don't know what else should. So there's a flashy kind of journalism, right? This one that's wearing red, right? Which is fine. I insist that as women, as part of owning our spaces, and wherever we find ourselves in whatever we are doing, we should do it being also fine, right? So that's fine. We are women. It's part of an acceptance of being today that I have accepted, because I believe that all struggles start with an acceptance. Today that I have started on this of breaking free from the devil that is, let's do it together, right? That we do have time. There's nothing like this, not enough time. We do have time to do everything we need to do. We do. And I was just telling Obobia earlier that we are in the same class. She didn't even know. I know because I'm the gossip that go and do the WhatsApp thing and see who and who are in the WhatsApp group, right? And she didn't know. So there's time. There is. If we are a little more conscious. Now, should you do everything? Absolutely yes. Yes, do it all. Because you don't know. And I said this at IS. I said, yes, IS. A couple of years back, I was talking about how when my husband kept chasing me, I told him that I don't have time for this. I am going to become a lawyer. Like, I am busy. I am busy studying. I don't have time for distractions. Right? Thank God for common sense. Right? Because I'm not a lawyer. I'm being very practical with you guys. Regardless what our best laid plans are, life happens. And sometimes life will take you on a journey that you did not start. Do you know that? Because in all of my vision for my life, all I saw was black and white and being in court. That was my life. That was my best day plan for myself, and that's the tunnel vision that I had. I don't know if I'm making sense. But you don't know. So everything else that you're doing along the way or on the side, who knows, might become what life is. I accept that it gets to a point where you should have made a decision. I don't know where that point is, because even me, at my age, and I'm not even asking anybody to guess it, right? I don't think I'm there where I become fixated on one thing. Even me, I'm still doing. I'm still exploring. Because you don't know, right? And the great thing about doing so many things is that you pick up. Let me give a practical example. So all those times I was writing for the newspaper, did I think I was going to end up journalism? No. All those years in Advancement Girls were debating for the school. I was a very active debater. I was a principal speaker for Advancement Girls School debating team. Did I think that it was going to become my profession to speak, like host a TV show? No, but I was just doing it. Right? Let's talk about leadership skills. All those things, class prefect here. Did I think that I was going to end up as a general manager of a TV station? No. So I insist that all of the things we do in life, and here's what you have to apply yourself, because that's when you pick up the lessons. Right? So if you do it, you are just picking up things, picking up lessons, picking up. Then you don't know. You don't know where life will take you and how perhaps that thing that you think you are doing just on the side can become your main thing. Let me give another example. In All Nations University, Obasima, last year, one of the speakers, I think, she was a Passion Air representative that spoke. She said that she wanted to be an air hostess. So she went for the training and she got the job, right? On her first day on the job, as an air hostess with Passion Air, the person who does who speaks on the flight, right, the nice thing they say, wasn't available or fell sick or something. So they were looking for somebody else maybe to go and speak. And they said, go and speak, right? Her first impulse was to say no, but she said, no, we'll do it. So she goes and grabs a microphone in the plane and she makes the announcements. Welcome on board, all of that. Guess what? There was a man on the flight who had just opened a radio station. She says, as soon as the plane landed, the man walked up and said, I need to know that the lady who did the announcement. They called her, and that's how she got a job with a radio station on her first day on the job of being an announcer. And she worked in the media for a while. You should know her. I'm sure you know her. She led this campaign about, I think she got her son. Amma Salome. You guys, you don't know Amma Salome. Yeah, that's her. It's her story I'm telling. Right? So please, do. She went and did that for a while, came back to Passion Air, not as an air hostess, as corporate. Do you understand? So please, feel free, explore, do, spread your tentacles. You have time, so do, okay?
But anyway, there's space for another nomination. So please appreciate that. And as we do, we also have a small presentation that we will do it to you. It's an appreciation of the time you spent with us, but most importantly of the knowledge and wisdom you poured on us today. I have taken just do. And to make this presentation is our reigning Queen News Communicator 2021. Please appreciate her because she's done and she's still doing it.
Okay, so I'd like to read in recognition of the remarkable strides you have made in your space, giving young ladies a strong personality emulate. and to your great contribution to the 2022 GIJ SRC Women's Week celebration. Job Women Own Your Space. On behalf of the young ladies of this institute, whose part you have directed, the GIJ SRC Women's Commissioner, Khadija, and the entire team, executive body, and let's you, to Ms. Pratt.
Before you leave, thank you so much. I met this lady during Obasima. I don't know how many of you have been attending Obasima. I bashed you guys in the event. And I mean, she's doing amazing. Ms. Mama, you're doing amazing, impacting a lot of young girls. And in fact, it has shaped a lot of us. And that is why you are here again today, because we want to see more of you and more of you. And I hope next year Obasima will be one of the greatest. And we'll be looking forward to it as well. Thank you so much, Ms. Amafuka.
Adam, he left him. Okay, was it last year or 2 years ago when we were here? And Adam called me outside and he said, I don't like what you're doing. It's like I'm telling the ladies to contest against me. And I, in my mind, I was hoping that you were going to contest against me. But yeah, still doing amazingly with the work. So congratulations. Adam, I was telling everybody about our conversation 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And when you were saying that I was telling the ladies to go and contest for positions against you. They didn't listen, Adam.
Me and Kasa, even if you don't have this, I'll take
I was very hoping you just go against you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just have some grace, like I'll have mercy, but at least 200.
So congratulations. And congratulations to you, Adam. I see you are so supporting you.
All right, so we are getting to the end of the program. We have just a few things to do and then we get to the end. But one very important thing that we definitely must do before we leave here is, you see, all of this, be empowered, be strong, do this, do that, it's not going to happen if there's no blood flowing through your veins, right? Everybody needs blood. As we do air, as we do water, so do we need blood. And one of the ways certain people can survive and do and go out to inspire others is when you donate blood for them to have blood, because you are fortunate to have it. Today from the National Blood Bank and from the FDA, we have a team that wants to spare a few minutes with us to tell us about the blood donation they have last on the 14th, and with the FDA later in the month, 21st, I think, they'll tell us about that. I want you to pay attention to them and listen. Guys, this is not motivation talk, this is life and death matter. I need you to listen attentively, and when you finish, as Miss Pratt will say, do what? Do donate blood. So please help me welcome with a round of applause the team and talk to us about the donation.
Okay, thank you very much. First and foremost, we want to say thank you to the organizers of this seminar. In fact, we are here for sensitization talk on blood, but I have taken a lot from Madame Obobia and Madame Amma. Thank you very much for putting this up. And first and foremost, I would like to say that this is a sensitization talk on blood donation. But then you may ask, or you may be wondering, what then is the role of FDA? What part has FDA got to play in blood donation? Well, blood and its derivatives or products are considered as essential medicines. And so you find it listed in the essential medicine list of the Ministry of Health Essential Medicine List program. Because blood is a medicinal product, the FDA comes in to regulate the processes that the blood is acquired. Blood is an essential commodity that is or should be on the mouth and on the heart of everyone. Because as we are sitting here, anything can happen in the next minute or second that will require blood. Because blood cannot be manufactured in the lab, it cannot be prepared anywhere like other conventional medicines, it can only be sourced from a human donor. So, in events when we need blood, how do we get it? Are we going to wait and get into that extent with panic and fear and call on relatives or other loved ones to donate on our behalf? This is when we come into play. So, as part of FDA's corporate social responsibility every year, we try to sensitize the institutions around FDA. You know, FDA is just across a few meters away from here. So we organize blood donation exercise every year, once a year. So this year we realized that we cannot do without the JIJ. So we've been in touch with administration, and they said we can come today and have this talk. So I'm here with the nation's highest blood donor so far, in the person of Mr. Bano, to help me do this talk. So without wasting much time, I'll hand over the mic to him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Karen. Now, before I start my talk, the organizers have done very well by presenting some citations to Honorable Bobisa, and then the second one, Madam Amma. So when we finish also, I'm presenting citation from the organizers, and I thank you very much. Once again, I am Eddie Bano, the highest blood donor in Ghana. I have donated 86 times. This is my card, indicating the number of times that I have donated. I want to have a view at it and come and take it, and then 86. The card is very, very. Thank you. What does blood do to the body? I'm not talking of mentorship. No, what Antia must ensure about what? The doing, right? Do the doing. I'm going to talk about blood donation. What is blood? What does blood do to the body? Blood gives the body oxygen and nutrients. So, if there's no blood in you, I don't think you can be here this morning and stay up to this time all along sitting. Now, before you can donate blood, you have to eat. So I'm expecting those who will be donating on the 14th, eat before you come. What level of blood should be in each of you? It is between 5 to 6 liters. Or in other words, the pure water that we drink, the sachet water that we drink, should be 10 to 12, depending upon your body. If you are fat, you need 12. But if you are like me, I'll need 10. Right. Now, when you come, if you are coming to donate, the first thing that we do, we check and see whether you have enough blood. That is, you're looking for your H. When we check, before they don't know that you between 5 to 6 or 10 to 12. When we check and you qualify, then you proceed to the next table. The next table is where you will screen thoroughly. Your blood group will be checked, your weight, which will be 50 kilograms. I forgot about your age. Whoever qualifies to do must be between the ages of 17 to 60. 1760. We check for hepatitis B and C, syphilis, HIV/AIDS, your pulse, and your BP. When we check all this and you qualify to donate, you are given a donor bag. Then you go and lie down, and then the blood will be taken. The donation itself takes less than 5 minutes. I use 2-3 minutes to donate. If they are able to break on a bigger vein, 2 minutes, you are done. But if you get a smaller vein, it might take either 5 or 6 minutes, and then you are done. When you finish, then they give you light beverage. Then they ask you again, donate again in 4 months. So blood donation is done every 4 months. So you can donate thrice a year. Now, people are always scared when they see needle. But the needle that is pierced through your vein is less painful. You and I has once been bitten by an ant, where the accounts call here. Am I correct? Now, when an ant bites you, at times you see it. When you see the ant, what do? You kill it. If you don't see it, what do you do? Next time, come again. Right. In the same way, the needle that is pierced through your vein is less painful. You only feel it after you have finished donating and the needle is removed. And they say, Ajay, you have done a thing. You have to say it. No, you don't have to see it. Now, one time we went to the University of Ghana to do blood donation. A fat lady, she volunteered and then she came to donate. When this lady came, the first thing that we did was what? To check her what? HB. When we checked, HB was 4.5. What did we do? We held her hand, and we sent her to put her in our vehicle, and we sent her to the blood bank. This was somebody who was coming to donate blood to help save someone's life. If she had not opted to come, what do you think would happen? She wouldn't be alive by now. Because I told you, blood gives what? Oxygen and what? Nutrients. She's still alive. Their parents, once a year, every year, they come to us to bring presents to us because we have helped save what? That lady's life. Now, what are the types of blood groups that we have? We have how many? You mentioned it. We have 8. We have 8. Now, A, B, AB, and O. All these are what? Either plus or minus. So when you add them, you get how many? 8. Now, it is advisable that you all know your blood group in case of what? An emergency. I know mine. Mine is what? O. O what? Negative. Who told you? People are bad. I can supply anybody here with blood. But if you are not O negative, you can never supply me with blood.
I can supply you.
No.
I'm also O negative.
And one serious note is that if you are O negative, you have to be very, very careful. I have about 50 people who are O negative. I have their numbers. Because anytime I go to the blood bank to donate, less than 30 minutes, the blood is taken away. Hot cake. So my brother, try and gather people so that in case of emergency, you donate. All others are not difficult to get. Now, then, the type, how many donors do we have? We have 3 different types of donors. Somebody like me, I'm called what? Voluntary donor. Who is a voluntary donor? A voluntary donor is somebody who donates and doesn't ask for any reward. With these 86 times that I've donated, I have never taken a peso from anybody. If you see me and you are giving me a peso, I refuse it. That is one. Number 2, autologous donor. Who is autologous donor? Autologous donor is somebody who donates blood for himself. That is a planned surgery. You donate the blood for yourself. Now, the lifespan of blood is 35 days. So whoever donates that blood must make sure that within 35 days, he goes in for that operation. Then the third one is family replacement donor. These are people whose relatives have been admitted at the hospital. Then when you go there visiting, The doctor or the nurse will tell you they need blood for your patients. So find somebody who come and donate. That is family replacement donor. Now, there's another one. That one is illegal, but people do it. Anytime you are passing by, then you see those Goro boys. We call them commercial donors. Do you need blood? You say yes. Then they will charge you. When they charge you, then you come along with them to the blood bank. Then they will ask you questions. Are you related? Then you say what? Yes. Meanwhile, you are not related. The person has taken money from you. They are the people who always makes the work difficult for the poor in blood bank. You say, you people come for. Thank you. If you are in your menses, you can donate.
And that's to answer your question generally about it. Now, scientifically, the reason why he wasn't allowed to donate, even if he had all those body rashes kind of stuff. Anytime you see rashes on your face, it's not a bad thing. That's the first thing. It's not a bad thing when you have rashes on your face. See lady going to get all these creams to make sure they are looking all good and all nice. It's your immune system that is fighting certain bacteria. Or something staphylococcus aureus is found in your skin. And as you see all these things, as a scientific point of view, when you can't allow you to donate. So basically, that's why it wasn't allowed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. But the point is that the point remains very simple. You will not know until you try to donate. So the most important thing is to make the attempt to donate. When you make the attempt, you get to find out if for nothing at all your blood group, which a lot of you don't know. That's the truth. You think, but you don't know. And then you get to find out if you have any of these ailments that they mentioned, which you may not know, and you may be afraid of going to test. So you may not want to go and do a regular HIV test. But before you donate blood, you will get to find out whether you have such an issue, and then you can begin to deal with it early enough. So the most important thing is donate. Donate with the mindset that you are saving a child who was just born prematurely. You are saving a cancer patient who cannot afford all the money for chemo and the rest, and at least can have blood to keep on living. You are donating to save a pregnant woman so that she doesn't experience stillbirth and all of those issues that come with pregnancy. One of the least things we can do as human beings is to share the blood we have, because we cannot buy down on the market. So we thank you so much for the opportunity and for your presentation. We hope that on the 14th, as many of us as possible will be around to donate, and we pray that God keeps blessing you so you keep donating and keep encouraging us to donate as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, okay, please appreciate it for me. Thank you. Yes. So before we go, the last thing we do, I want to introduce to you all the ladies who are contesting for Miss Communicator 2022. If you're a lady contesting, please, I want to see you in front. Appreciate them with a loud round of applause. Hey, one more time. Can you walk in heels? Don't know. All right, these are your ladies. Flesh girls. They all donate blood. Yes. What do you think? Don't you do so? They said the thing is called catwalk because catwalk with their legs in front. I didn't know that catwalk like this. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to give the microphone to them. Please, me? Yes. So that each of them introduces themselves to you, and then you know what contestant number they are and how you can vote for them during this contest. Yes, start from here. Yes. Just your name, and then tell us your contestant number and how we can vote for you.
Hi everyone, my name is Hilda Obombra, contestant number 11.
Hi, my name is Rodat Mabwati, contestant number 6.
Hello everyone, I'm Juliet Ipiana, contestant number 7. And I would like you all to... Hello, I am contestant number 12. I'm Khadija Sharabu.
I am Priscilla Apofa Pomovo, your contestant number 15. Thank you.
Hi, also gonna digitize my name, contestant number 9.
Hi, I'm Ivy Nateki Ajati, and on the flyer is Kiki. I'm contestant number 14.
Anyete Alexandrana Anyele is my name, contestant number 10.
I am Sharon Davidson Tete, contestant number 2. Thank you.
I am contestant number 8, and my name is Fendo Jessica.
I'm Mary. I'm a contestant number 1. With the stage name.
All right, so we want to take a short picture, a quick picture with you. So I want all of us who are as tall as I am to come forward, and all those who are as short as I am not to go to the back. Let's do 2 lines. Quickly, 2 lines quickly. Yes, those that are as short as me, just come forward. Those that are as tall as I am not, just go to the back. Sharon, apparently you are short. Okay, that's a nice one. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Miss Communicator contestants for 2022. The event is happening on the 29th of this month. It's a Sunday. 30th rather, right? Not 29th. 30th. It's a Sunday, and it's going to happen here in the auditorium. 2 things you need to do. First of all, vote for them and ask people to vote for them. Second thing you need to do, buy a ticket, attend the event on the 30th. The third thing you need to do, and all of us must do, including the girls, is to donate blood on the 14th. So donate blood to save lives, right? Please appreciate them once again as they take their seats. Yes, I know you're tired of clapping, but there are politicians in our midst who also want to tell us about themselves. So I want to invite to the front all the aspirants in the house. All aspirants in the house, please get up and forward. All aspirants in the house, come forward. Let's not this quick and snappy because time has gone by so fast. Good. Where's the microphone? Just tell us, introduce yourself, your name and portfolio you are aspiring.
Okay, my name is Aleda Santiago, and I'm contesting for the Office of Regional Secretary.
My name is Modeste. Yes. I am also contesting for the Office of the President. My name is Osman Abubakar. I want to be your next external affairs.
Hi, my name is Martina Najama Oge. I'm contesting for the Office of the Women's Commission.
My name is Joe Pamela Abuja. I am putting myself for to serve you as decorum.
Contesting for the SRC.
Decorum.
My name is Aina Wal Hassan.
Alright, I want to jump into the seat of the vetting committee chairman and ask a question, but I don't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, these are guys. There are people vying for financial secretary one on here. It turns out both of them are in the weekend school and they're in class right now. So I know Asantua and then Obed. So 2 of them are also vying. They are not here. I think they deserve the mention. Okay. all of them are also amazing. So Sebastian, the gentleman who gave the poem just a few minutes ago, and then I think his name is Don T. Yes. Oh yes, there's a presidential aspirant to the his name is Kenya. Alright, so guys, I just want you to know them so that when they win, if they win, you know who to arrest when things are not going well. That's what I want you to know them. Please appreciate them as they take their seats. But before we go, I started up first. Sit down. Sit down. Before we go, I want to introduce you to also the reigning queens. The three of them are here beautifully clad. So please come forward. Kindly move forward. Oh, they're not reigning queens. Thank you. Great. So let's introduce yourselves, tell us your class and which of the queens, whether you are second or third or fourth.
As Sadofa Devi, I level 300 public relations student and Miss Communicator second runner.
Okay, so best leader in Nigeria, and 3 public relations students. And then Miss Akaba, really Miss Akaba, and then the current Miss Communicator Festival.
I hear people saying the queen without a crown, but that's because I wear it as my personality. Yes, my name is Audrey Adelina Akakia, currently. Yes, I can't wait to hand over to,
Alright, these are your queens. Miss Communicator 2021 first runner-up, second runner-up, and the queen herself. Please appreciate them as they take their statements. Okay, me too. I am your aspirant for MC and your reigning MC, right? Before we go, let's have the vote of thanks. Yes, let's give you a short message about the ticketing. There is a process that you need to be aware of. So, our photographer, Michelle, and the operation with us.
So, like you said, the Miss Communicator is happening on the 30th of October, but our tickets are ready now. So it's 30 cedis single, 50 cedis VIP. VIP is not just VIP like maybe from the past years, but you will deserve your 50 cedis. You get whatever you have to get for the money you pay. So, see any of the WUCOM committee reps or the refs in the WUCOM office, and you can just purchase it. You can see me, Nadole, WUCOM herself, even Adoma, who is not a WUCOM, she can also send it to you. So 30, 50, 50. So we have 30 singular, 50 for double, and then 50 for VIP. So come with your boyfriends and your friends. Thank you. Wait. The date is Ranima, 31st. 31st.
Alright, so the date for the event is Monday the 31st. Monday the 31st. By that time, everybody is done with the exam. Everybody would have been done with the exam. Like everybody will be going home. Don't go home, stay for the event. Alright, so today we have sat here and listened to Miss Obolia who's shared with us her life experiences and how she's been able to own her space. She's encouraged us to definitely own our spaces. We also heard from Miss Amma Pratt, is the general manager for Pan-African TV. She has also told us how she's been able to own her space. I'm particularly interested in how she did the work without having the portfolio and then went to ask, Charlie, I'm doing the work, give me the portfolio. That's something that a lot of young women here need to be able to do. Then we heard from the team from the blood bank who are asking us to donate blood on the 14th of this month. Make it a point to do that donation. I want to say a big thank you to all of you for making. I think you guys have a resounding round of applause. Clap for yourselves, guys. Appreciate yourself for being here. Another person that I want to really appreciate is the man, authentic media himself, who's giving us authentic everything in this happening. And I think so far, take Ricky GID out. This is the media house on campus. The one who needs, the one who get with the authentic media. Also, appreciations, massive appreciations to the WOCOM team and the Women's Commissioner herself. Please, ladies and gentlemen, she deserves a round of ovation. Let's give the Women's Commissioner a standing ovation. Appreciation. Come on, do this for me. Appreciation to Letitia Akins Khadija for being so amazing. Now, yes. The last thing that I want to say is this. I've always said, in my 6 years of relating with GIJ, you can kindly have your seats. In my 6 years of relating with GIJ, my 5 years as a student, I have seen that of all the political portfolios that enter the SRC, often it is the Women's Commission that you see actively working in the of students. If there's any portfolio that actually, over the years, has lived up to the mantra of in the student interest, it is the office of the Women's Commissioner. So you have left big shoes, and I'm looking forward that whoever takes up from you will live up to that expectation and do better. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been your MC, the one and only. My name is Efo Koku Mountain. Wherever you can see, follow me. Now, let's all come forward, try and arrange ourselves here and take a picture. Oh, Mozart, we are set. Pictures, no better. Ladies, please get up, come forward. The guys can stay, but the ladies should come. And the guys, they can stay. No, I don't like that. Today, I've converted to womanhood. I am a convert to womanhood. Come on, let's do this quickly and go. Mr. Presidential Aspirant, don't take the girls away. Why? Why you pictures? Why pictures? I know good. Come and do picture for us. Murato can do. Come and do picture for us.
Let's own it. Let's own the place to start
What about those of us who are sitting down? Come on, let's all join. Remember the networking? Let's have the networking meeting. Come on, join. Come on, get up. No. Everybody join. Everybody, even if you leave, come. Let's go.
the space behind Khadija. People should know it. It is on my space. That's true. No, it's him. Jude, no, stay there. Jude, that's too far. So go in. There are spaces at the back and there's empty.
So just stand and take a smile.
Hello.
Smile. You're talking over here in the picture. Stop talking. No, don't say she. Say she. Yeah, she.
You dear, no, you're somewhere. Woman. On your space. Woman. On your space. Woman. On your space.
Kwame Akpa.